He's like, so you're driving me nuts. You said Hacker Rework is coming, but nowhere to be found. Please drop Hakuda. I'm begging you. You know what? I don't give a d anymore. I'm joining the dark side. You didn't even blame me for joining said dark side. Like, I can't keep going. I can't keep doing this to myself mentally. And yes, there's nothing wrong with Hakuda. Like, what I mean by Hakuda, it's in a I feel like it's at a very overbalanced state. You know, there are some metas or something like that, but I promise you the Hakuda meta, you know, weapons or combos, whatever you want to say, are far less worse or far like undermined compared to the other meta that is in the current game. So let's not even go there. But that's besides the point. I'm enjoying Quincy Kido. And it's kind of crazy because I was one of the main people who hated Quincy Kido. Well, not in the sense of being able to play it, but fighting against him. And you know, I'm not the best. What you're seeing here is probably mediocre, combos at best. This is what I've learned in under a day of playing the game. Well, this tree, I think I had like what, maybe 4 hours of just playing it. And the thing is, what I realized is that you don't really need a lot of skill. I understand there's a lot of things that you don't need a lot of skill for, but Quincy Kido was just a bunch of like combos, and if you land them, you can really do some serious damage. Because I'm like, dog, there's a lot of like, well, let me say this. Quincy Kido is not in the same level as definitely a Rocker Kido. A Rocker Kido is something I don't want to touch. I have not reached the level of stench aura compared to these goddamn proficiencies, abject users, whatever they were able to make them. I'm not reaching that level. Will I ever play it? Maybe. But that's besides the point. I think Quincy Kido is fun. It might be at times where I think that there should be allowed to do certain things. I know, sounds crazy, right? But I mean, then again, I guess you just gotta be very careful allowing some things to not have global cooldowns, because they can either, you know, create some very devastating combos. I'm very interested to see what, you know, what the Wobo does, and hence why I'm even doing this, because I want to play Kido good enough where I can make videos on new weapons, because I think they look pretty cool from what I've seen sneak wise, you know. But honestly, is Quincy Kido OP or meta? Not really. I haven't seen anybody do crazy things to me with it yet. I thank God every day that doesn't happen, but will I see, no, is my opinion can be changed? Yes, very much can be. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about too, well, in this segment of this fight, is the recent nerfs. I've seen so many videos talking about the, you know, speed this, speed that, or they were saying like how this update was the worst update to ever come out. Honestly, bruh, speed needed it. And you know, let's have a actual, like, let's not go crazy or Vanquish, you suck, blah 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 blah. Let's have a genuine conversation. Speed was like, I'm pretty sure speed I don't think speed ever dropped down from top 3. Maybe like recently when the game reopened, it was like top 5. Hence there's only 4 combat, if you do combo, like damage wise trees. There's Kendo, there's speed, there's, you know what I'm saying, Hakuda, there's Kido, the main 4 offensive ones. Medic doesn't really count, let's be for real. But then again, you know, speed always been top 4 at that time when the game reopened. Ever since they got the recent like posture increase, damage increase, and low rate cost, that's what put that shit back up on the map. And I feel like, you know, that nerf didn't really harm you guys too much. I guess it just calmed down the mindless behavior as, you know, people who were just doing really crazy combos with it. Now, is some change warrant? I think they did a little bit too much, a tad bit. I guess ever since they dropped that universal weapon Yamamoto, that's what literally put, you know, speed again on the top. And we'll talk about the, you know, the recent Kendo universal weapon nerfs and bugs and whatever they did with that. But I generally think that, you know, the speed nerf wasn't that bad. I say a lot of people exaggerated. People might say it's the worst update. I think it was a decent update compared to what they have made before. Can you really blame me for saying it's a decent update? Hell no. Can I mean, I can see why people can be mad. I'll be mad too if they nerf, you know, Hakuda. But the thing is, Hakuda has, you know, always been at a very bad state. The thing is, they nerf speed at its best. They nerf Hakuda at its worst. And y'all might be saying, oh my god, a Hakuda man. Of course he's taking side of a Hakuda. I mean, my nigga, everybody's biased. You're biased. I'm biased. We're humans. Of course I'm gonna be biased. I will try to stay unbiased as much as possible. Hence, I want to play every tree in the game and understand the level of, you know, difficulties, or understand the current meta, because it actually opens your mind. Let me ask you this: for people who always screams about nerfs this, nerf that, do you actually play the tree? I realized that I was, you know, caught myself in it being a hypocrite because I never played, you know, Quincy Kido or SR Kido or Ronker Kido. I'm not saying that you need to play the tree to understand that some things need, you know, nerves. Like, yeah, I agree with that. But stuff where it's, you know, it's a touchy subject, or when I mean touchy subject, I mean a sense of where does it really need it? then I would say play that tree. But I like to have better judgment overall, so I just took it aside my time to just actually try it. And plus, I didn't want to play Hakuda more. I'm honestly done with it currently. Me and Hakuda is we broken up, okay? We're in a very toxic relationship, and the person who's the main person who's driving a wedge between me and my love is Setro. Yes, I'm blaming you, Setro. You're the reason why. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, I am waiting for that new Hakuda skill box for Chaotic. Maybe that can rekindle my love a little bit. Maybe on some third, maybe on some like, I don't know, bro, a nightstand or some shit. But Crazy Kido's not bad. I like it. I definitely have to wait for it. But the speed tree was warranted in my opinion. Now, with the recent nerfs with the Murasama, the thing is, it's really the SR that took a hit. Kido didn't get touched that much. The rock race didn't get touched that much. But the Murasama, I think it kind of needed it a little bit. Maybe. The only thing I would say is the projectile traveling a little slower. I think that's not fair. A little bit, because then again, you gave SR a crit that you knowingly know that you can't nerf it. Either it's gonna be trash or it's gonna be OP. And I've said this many times. If we're going to introduce a crit, you got to think of it. Can this be nerfed? And will it be bad after nerf? Can it be good? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, like, when you do stuff like that, you got to understand that. But, who am I to judge? I'm not the bouncer of the game. But then again, like I said, they made the crit 8 to 10 seconds. Is it a big difference? A little bit. I guess I'll say like in 9 seconds, because that, those 2 extra seconds do matter in the sense of a fighting game. And then like the travel slower. I haven't seen it, how much it traveled by that slow. I think it might be the same. I visualize. Maybe it may look different for different pings. I don't know. But I think the SR, I think it needed it. Then again, it sell as a weapon. You sold it as a mythical weapon that should be better than all other weapons. I mean, then again, it's supposed to match the same as Yamamoto, but I don't understand how the Murasama is 60 key kendo while Yamamoto is 50. That doesn't make any sense. I always scratch my head at that. Is Yamamoto gonna be buffed to 60? I mean, I guess 60 kendo is still playable. I mean, I was able to do with it. I mean, those speed, flash step mastery do matter, because I feel like it does take a lot more ray if you keep sprinting. I'm not too sure. But then again, I really wish they brought it back. I mean, I think they should reduce it. I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna kill build diversity. Those 15 extra points is not gonna unlock some hitting agenda or something like that. And I'm really scared for I'm really scared for the medic universal. From what they sneak, it looks like a sword that's meant to hit me with the nastiest back shot known to man. And I'm not afraid to call 911 and child protective services, because I don't want to deal with any of that. But then again, that's just something we have to take it to the butt, and then you got to see it get nerfed and buffed and nerfed again. And speaking of nerfed and butt, we gotta talk about what happened to Scythe. Now, what incarnation is going on with that? Well, before we dabble into that, I want to speak about the mythical weapon. If you, in the healing one, if you check closely, you see how they made it where it gives you a shield, a purple shield. Green shield, well, yellow shield just protects you. Green shield gives you something to heal you. Now, the purple shield's telling me it's gonna be nothing but crazy, but that's besides the point. Now, speaking about the Scythe crit, now they made it where they increased the stun by increase of like 1 point second, whatever. And they also made it where it disables flash steps. What in the hell? Then again, I mean, I guess Chaotic was trying to sell the idea of you being able to combo extend with it. I don't know a lot. I don't like the idea of crits being able to combo extend. Crit is really there just to, be a stronger M1, but not, then again, gives you, an extra push. But then again, I guess what other, I don't know. It feels kind of weird for a crit that does, a crit like that to disable flash step and also comboing and does more stun time. I mean, then again, they did touch up on the lightning Scythe users. You niggas can rot in hell. I generally don't like y'all. I mean, then again, I run Confusion, but Confusion is easy to counter. It's just honestly just knowing how to fight against Confusion. Just turn around and hold block. That's for the people who don't know how to fight it. But with Scythe getting its, its touches, and they got bumped up to legendary tier, I have never seen no common do that. And the fact that I even told that nigga Chaotic, that shit is Katana and Longsword had a baby and popped that shit out. I've never seen something like that. And honestly, I mean, with the recent change, do you still think it might be? I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Scythe should be a legendary? Or no, a better question is, do you think Scythe is too good? I mean, I guess they did nerf it, so you guys can't really talk about it too much. It is well, they didn't nerf it. They did bump it up to a legendary, so not everybody can get it. Now, he did explain he's gonna rework Twin Blade. I want to see how the fuck that's gonna be. Twin Blade, I think, can you really call all SR crit bad? No, SR weapons? I could guess. I would definitely say, yeah, Twin Blade's the worst. Twin Blade's the worst. Dual Blade second to that. Now Hammer, I want to see what they can do with Hammer. Hammer's actually pretty good. I don't think people might want to change. Some people didn't even want the side change. Now, will they change Hammer? Nah, I think it's okay. I mean, it's a comment. They don't, you know, you guys don't expect every comment to be goated. Then that'd be unfair for other races. But then again, are they gonna do that for other, you know, raw car races? Are they gonna do that for other races? You know, currencies, are they gonna get a different crit change? I mean, honestly, nah, y'all niggas don't need it. Because, you know, that nigga in the world was changing y'all. But that's how I think about the site. I don't know. Now, I wanted to speak about the future update about the Hakata universal weapon. Once they're done with the meta, the universal Hakata, I think I've talked about this a little bit. I just want to talk about it even more in this video because that's what the main enemy of today's video. I don't know. I think they should not even release that. Because if it's gonna be a crit, obviously it's gonna be a crit that's, the universal weapon. The crit's gonna be something that is supposed to give it its oomph, like that oomph. It's a mythical weapon. You know, all your universal weapons are mythical. You know what I'm saying? Now, will it get like it up? Will this crit be viable during the rework? Who knows? Is a rework ever coming? Who fucking knows? And and them adding stuff that gives you, because it's gonna synergize well with other stuff. What universal weapon did not synergize well with any res partial, or even like Shrift or elements and stuff like that, or Shikai. Now, one of the thing I want to say what synergizes well is that Wind Crown. You niggas, you thugs think y'all could come out of nowhere and try to downplay. You know how they implement the boss, the Wind boss, where essentially you can get like something that makes your Wind Crown guard breaks. Y'all don't understand how dumb that is. One of my friends got smoked so bad that he's able to use Wind Crown with, I'll put you on a tight. Essentially, you do a Toro reach into a Wind Crown. A lot of people does not know how to parry Wind Crown. A lot of people just block it. Now that you give it an option where you can, guard break it, all I gotta say is good luck and amen, because you're gonna need it. Because I never see something that combo potential worthy. And I'm afraid that they're gonna do that for other things where they think that they just lock it behind a boss. And then, you gotta understand, like, I see what they're doing. I open my third eye. They basically make it where you want to grind something because it's locked behind a certain boss. Since it's not paid to win, it's essentially, you're using your time to win. Because you're spending most of your time with boss raids, stay in the game longer, they make their bread. Then they're gonna have to pay the elixir, the keyscape. You're not saying that you need it, but obviously, come on, you're gonna need it to getting these cool items that give you ability, that extra power, or that guard break ability, or stun time, whatever how they combo those. But they made it where essentially you gotta pay a whatever that keyscape, purple elixir, henny, whatever, you have to use that to give you that extra oomph to do very crazy combo. They're gonna have to either A, nerf the Shikai ability, or B, nerf the actual thing. You know what I'm saying? When you give it ability to guard break, what's the next thing you're gonna make it combo? You know what I'm saying? This is most likely a joke. I mean, who am I to judge? They making their money, I'm making my money. Then again, there's gotta be some level of what the fuck. But honestly, this is just a bunch of ramble. I'm definitely gonna, play Kido even more, probably live. I'm gonna go and we're going live today. Who knows how that goes? But other than that, that's the end of the video. All I gotta say is fear God not.